As part of the job that I've been doing as a Gully manager, I had a chance to become involved with the Studio, which was a group that was working at a Dublin City Council, which was an innovation side of the organisation, and invited ideas. And through that I met with Jamie Cudden in the Smart Dublin section. And when it came up for the chance for the Gully Monitoring Challenge, we were asked to submit ideas that we felt, problems that we could possibly look at getting somebody else to come in and solve for us without knowing what we wanted as the solution. So we went to Jamie, and when he let us know about the SBIRs, we went and said, well, this is a challenge that we're having a problem with. And we were kind of hoping that technology may have caught up with the problem that we had.
If a gully is in flood, normally there's a carpet of leaves over it. It's hammering down rain. There might be 6 inches of water above it, and it's in the middle of the night. So our guys come along and they essentially have crowbars or shovels trying to find these things. So if you have a artisanal, bespoke little sensor thing there, it's going to get destroyed unless it's seriously robust. So the guys who were successful took all of these really practical solutions. You know, they had the tech end of things, and they really but I was really impressed by the sort of practicality of the successful candidates.
Alto is an engineering company. We're looking for hard problems of scale that will address meaningful applications. And the Gully Monitoring Challenge offered a problem set that was quite different, quite harsh. We felt we had the technology toolkit to actually address it in some fashion. So we looked at it. We attended the initial briefing sessions and saw that there was an opportunity for us to actually extend and test the technologies that we had planned to bring to the marketplace.
As part of the SBIR process, one of the main things you get is you get deep engagement with the experts who actually know the environment that you're trying to put this sensor in. So that enabled us to really look at the design, take the inputs and give suggestions and get feedback on that as to what would really work. So there's 2 parts to the innovation. One is actually being able to tell when the gully is full. So that's a sensing mechanism which can survive the harsh environment in a gully. And the second part was actually being able to retrieve the data from that sensor and being able to get it back in a cost-effective, reliable way to the nerve centre of the public authority so they can actually react in real time. Having the involvement of Dublin City Council was very important in that, because they were able to tell us what works from an installation point of view and what they actually really need to see out of the data.
In phase 1, we were able to dedicate, we made a prototype which we used to stick into a gully, to put into a gully with working with Roy O'Donnell in Dublin City Council, in a gully that was regularly flooded. So we understood what the issues were, what the technical challenges were. It was like writing a specification, basically. When we were told that in phase, we were also one of the finalists in phase 2, which was great, with more funding, we were able to actually execute, the phase 2 design, the new design, the proper design, the one that would be deployed in volume numbers in gullies.
We have 10 devices for Dublin Council now, ready to go. We created a very simple dashboard. We realised all they needed to know was, is it triggered or hasn't it triggered? So basically black and white. Is it red or is it green? That's all they wanted to know. And does the battery need replacing? So eventually we simplified the dashboard down to literally a battery and a flood alert, and that's it. So literally within the blink of an eye you can look at it and go, one of them's red, there must be a flood. On top of that, then they can set it up such that they can get an email alert.
It was a fantastic process to be involved in, to be able to watch the innovation happening and then to be able to be part of it. Whilst we weren't innovating, at least we were able to kind of hold people's hands and collaborate with them and move them in a direction that was most beneficial to what we were looking for.